Hello everyone, welcome back to Vampyr. Okay, what was I doing again? Oh yeah, we're in Whitechapel. We did all those. So meet Edgar Swan. Oh, okay, so I need to go back to the hospital for Mary's funeral, right? Wait, I did that already. Oh shit.
Christ, he's dead!
Is he gonna see me? Oh shit. Do not drop anything. Oh yes, I need to go this way, right? Yeah. What are my investigations for Whitechapel? Retrieve Barrett Lewis's box. Barrett Lewis, the bitter street merchant of Whitechapel, told me some frenzied inhabitants of some old condemned workshops attacked him while he was looting the place for trinkets and tools. He had to drop his package to escape the assault and would like to retrieve the box. Maybe I should go and see for myself what is going on. I'll do this one. Sure. Do some side quests.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Yes.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears the dispensary is now a major source of contagion in Whitechapel. Someone should do something about it, but no one cares.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise.
Okay, I have to go this way, I think. Ooh, baddies.
Christ, the leech
Ah,
boy!
shit.
The leech has want some of that? Boo! Kill you! Filthy fucking beast! Dead! Out, leeches! Spark, he's dead! You leeches didn't kill him! Bloody monster!
Fuck yeah. Make them go boom. I love that ability. Is this where I'm supposed to be? Oh yeah, I think so, yeah. Oh fuck. Big, oh shit, he's seen me. Bitch. Where's the skull outside? Oops. Where's this so-called box? Oh wait, do I have to go in here? What's this? Ooh, an axe. Hatchet. says it's in here, but... There's another one. This damn box. Oh, I didn't know I could go up here too. It's probably up here.
This could be the box
There we go.
Lewis thought he lost. Huh. There's a letter inside.
A letter. Wait. Will that be? Barrett, there's no easy way to say it, so I'm going to be blunt. We can't keep on like this. At least I can't keep on like this. If Joe ever finds out about us, about his wife and his best friend, it will crush him, and then he will kill you. We had some good time together, but let's face it, I'm never going to be your Jane Lewis. Till that day I wish you'd forgive me. Goodbye for now, Jane Peterson. Interesting.
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
Yes, I wonder. Do I give it to Joe, or do I give it to Barrett? Decisions.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
Ooh, yeah. I think I'll give it to Barrett. Because if I give it to Joe, he'll probably murder Barrett. I don't need that happening.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here.
yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude
No,
or
it's
anything
not.
after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
But I already know.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Mr.
You
Joe.
again? What do you want this time?
I can't ask him any more personal questions.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Never mind. Okay, what's next? So did that one. I have to return to him. Isn't he just right here? Isn't this him?
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Yes, I'm still lost in my rational delusions.
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes,
Yep,
he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
I will.
Your disciple, Samuel, stole from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery. I have proof of his crime and proof of his death.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
He defiled the dead.
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic.
Of course.
But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Minions from the abyss?
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Okay. Did that one. Widow in distress. Okay. A sad and isolated woman is trapped by... Oh, I have to check in. I already saved her, okay. Once it loads in and I know where she is. Something happening now.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Maybe it's time to see if this is clean.
Oh, this is... okay. Yeah, this is the dispensary, right? It's full of fucking skulls now. What? Oh shit. Fucking, she turned into a fucking skull. Well, I guess I gotta kill her now. Holy fuck. She just blew the fuck up. Oh, I can probably unlock this chest now. Nice. Treatment for headache. Treatment for cold, treatment for fatigue. Nice. Nice. Fuck yeah, I got a bunch of medical supplies. Nice. Oh shit. That's gonna mean she's dead though. Damn. That kinda sucks. Is that all of them in here?
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say a live tenant's a paying tenant.
Of course.
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's
I'll
an
be right back
unusual
quick,
way of
actually. I
seeing
gotta go
things
pee.
in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What is your business, exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
I'm back.
I don't approve of your actions, but I know very little about this borough other than its reputation. There are always necessary evils.
A necessary evil. That's one way to think about it. Knew you had more smarts than all these immigrants.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no, then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swambra shit.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not really.
No, really?
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic must be useful for a man of science.
A man such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel, must know more. Speak now.
Heard it closed after the owners died. Refugees don't want to come to Whitechapel no more. Scared, I hear.
You sound disappointed.
As long as she was there at the dispensary, it attracted more immigrants and kept my place full. Such a shame.
Such a shame. It is a shame.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
I don't believe even you deserve such a cruel fate, though you have tested my patience beyond its limit.
Glad to hear. Nice to know there's another civilized individual in these parts. Not like those bloody savages.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Well, I don't know where that person is. I can go talk to him.
As long as you have the money. Good evening, my...
You look ill, Miss Swanborough.
I'm perfectly fine, thanks to...
Really?
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Good evening, Benjamin.
I'm afraid not, Mr.
You don't seem well, Benjamin.
I always feel ill, sir.
I need treatment for migraine. I don't have that yet.
I will see you later. A gun, alcohol.
Who else needs to be healed? Oh, he has a cold. I didn't realize. He has a cold. I don't think I have a treatment for bronchitis yet. Oh. Fatigue, cold, headache. Did I not read that before? I'm gonna go through all my notes just in case I haven't read some of them. Pretty sure I've read most of them. So I only had a couple that I didn't have.
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu. What are you doing here?
I could ask you the exact same question, Mr. Doctor. Now leave me alone.
I heard what happened to Nurse Crane. How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu?
Everything was going well until you arrived. Dorothea helped people and will be sorely missed.
I regret it too. I wish she'd continued working at the Pembroke Hospital. She was a good nurse.
So you put an end to the operation. Did you put an end to Dorothea as well?
You seem to have a lot on your chest, sir. What's wrong?
I heard you are a famous surgeon. Tell me, what did you do to Dorothea? She was so bright, so clever. Then you made her an empty shell.
I didn't use drugs or medical trickery, Mr. Petrescu. All I did was talk to Nurse Crane. I promise you.
But what happened to her then? After you left, she did not even recognize me. Then she got careless and sick, and I had to flee.
Yeah, I think that was the wrong decision I made there. But oh well. Can't go back now.
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes. His manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man, for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute.
I do not...
What do you plan to do now that Nurse Crane is gone?
I'm not sure. Strange men came to see me after Dorothea's death, with strange weapons and very odd stories.
What kind of stories?
Stories all Romanian children know. It was as if I was home again. Vampires, Mr. Doctor. Vampires.
You believe them? Aren't you too old to hold a weapon or listen to scary stories?
Yes, I am old and alone and will die soon, but if these stories are true, maybe I have found myself another cause.
Maybe.
Are you living on the streets?
And why not? Those who believe they'll be safe behind walls are blind.
What about your house?
My house is always open to any poor soul needing a roof. All my work here is lost now that Dorothea is gone, thanks to you.
Why are you so aggressive?
I remember the night you came here and convinced me to open my door to you, sir. I'd like to punch you right on your chops.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. But I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Oh wait, I forgot to,
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu.
Sure.
How do you feel, Mr.
I would not...
oh wow.
Then I won't... Goodbye.
That guy's dead by the looks of it.
As long as you have the money.
Where's everyone in this district? There's a rat. Okay, so I have the cures to fatigue, cold, and headache on me. Fatigue, cold, and headache. So fatigue can cure her, can cure him, can cure him. So I can cure those three.
Mr. Since I took an... Well... Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a...
Goodbye, Mr.
Goodbye. Okay.
Right, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Unknown.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me, then? Okay, then. Come on, in. I'm Harry, by the way.
Oh, this is Harry.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
I'm just gonna take some of your shit, Harry.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
It's locked.
It's locked. Geography's a letter. New hint about Joe Peterson. Joe cannot find a legal job because of his criminal reputation. Okay. There's still one person that I don't know who they are.
Even my dreams are soaked
Professional vampire hunters.
with gloom. Is there only pain and suffering in this?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which...
He has a frail constitution and is often sick. Oh yes, fatigue.
What can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
I did not want to live in Whitechapel in the first place.
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Understandable.
Have you any recent news?
Nobody dares to enter the dispensary now.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad, then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Goodbye, young man.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
What do you know about Nurse Crane?
2 girls I know went to the dispensary yesterday.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the...
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners.
Goodbye, miss. There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
Oh, come.
Good evening.
And good evening to you.
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
Still, you don't seem to suffer from poverty.
With thanks to my parents, actually. I'm afraid I would not be able to live on my own without their help.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Feels guilty.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
I'll leave you
alone.
alone.
Wait. I have to fucking...
Good evening.
And good...
Care for his cold.
Do you need...
It may be...
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll leave you alone. Hello again, miss. Very well.
I can't ask her anything, she won't like fucking talk to me. Okay, well I guess I'm just gonna go do the main mission then. Yeah, just follow this road. What the fuck? Oh.
We'll crush this. No rest. We cannot be.
Whoa! Where the fuck did that thing come from? Holy fuck, that scared me. Bitch.
Over there! Over there! There's one there! A leech! A leech! Have faith, brothers! I order you!
Oh my god! He's too fucking fast!
I could not hit him with the fucking stake for the life of me.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you. Fear be gone.
What the
I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Why choose me?
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind?
I think he was projecting.
Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
That was some weird shit, man. Nothing to loot in here. Shitty. He has a headache. Do I have treatments for headaches? Can I... Oh, I do have a treatment for headaches. Sweet. Where is he? I think he's down here. Not you. Not you. You. Pretty sure.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted with.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
Yeah, bitch. Fucking
Goodbye,
take this
Mr.
medicine.
Try to take care.
Now, all of Pembroke should be healthy soon. Oh, it's gonna suck going to sleep. Fucking seeing the consequences of Dorothea's fucking death. I didn't expect that to happen. Damn.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yep.
I'd like to see your...
Wise choice, Doctor.
Milton shotgun. 296, 10 fire rate, 15 reload time. I'm just wondering if it's better than 10 fire rate, 10 reload time. But that's crap, what was it at level 2? 240, 10, 10, 2. 240, 10, 10, 2.
Good evening, Milton.
Good.
I'd...
Wise choice.
240, 10, 10, 2. Does a little more damage, but takes a little bit longer to reload. Yeah, I'll buy it. I'm also gonna buy that. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Also, all fucking 4 of those, why not? That's good enough.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan.
Jonathan, my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness.
Is there anything you require?
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
No, Jonathan. And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
Are we then condemned to lie to those we love?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
But what if I was close to someone and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
True. True. Valid points.
Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final
Yeah,
act of
probably.
life, Jonathan. Present company excluded. Accept it.
I don't know what to expect. Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
As a practitioner of the medical sciences, I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing one's grief.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend. And so we are outcasts.
Outcasts.
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
What the fuck happened here? What the hell?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Oh my god.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
Goodbye.
Interesting.
Call me if you
Jesus
need
Christ.
assistance.
Mr. Hampton. Oh, was it this guy?
Disgust on every street corner.
Okay, wait. Who's Mr. Hampton again? Doesn't even say. Oh, he's the... Wait. Are you... Something's fishy here. Interesting.
Daily routine.
Did you see anything?
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
I can't ask him about anything.
Goodbye for now.
Damn. The pain.
Jesus crikey, mate.
Ghost on every street corner. The
Good
daily
evening.
routine.
I'll leave.
Can't ask you anything.
But the suffering continues.
Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Can't ask anybody about it except Nurse Brannigan, I guess.
How long must I wait, damn it? Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. How long's it going to take to fix me properly? A month?
I'm quite...
You have the right to disapprove of our methods.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
What do you think of Dr. Tippett's opinion of your promotion, Waverly?
Well, she's not
Tippett is a good practitioner. Maybe just a little too attached to his prestigious position at the Pembroke Hospital.
Really? That's exactly his diagnosis of you. A little too eager to get promoted? A little bit too proud?
He has the right to think so. But I deserve this promotion, and I don't consider it anything but well-earned.
Thank you for your time. Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening to...
Did you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experimental research, despite the fact he doesn't agree with it?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
See how condescending he can be? My God, he can be so irritating.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Alright, well, let's go talk to Edgar. Since I can't seem to ask anybody else about what happened to fucking the old hag. Who's yelling?
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal
fuck
while
is
you
this?
go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
You're lucky.
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this. If you don't mind...
I'd be delighted.
I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused me of hypocrisy.
Big
Perhaps it was a skull.
No, I don't
London's
think it was a
streets
skull.
are overflowing with them these days.
It was a vampire, all right. But what kind, I'm not sure. He was large and very fast.
If you find anything more about this creature, the Brotherhood would greatly appreciate any information you could spare.
He was observing me with the obvious intent to do me harm. His very presence evoked a palpable sense of menace.
You need to be careful, Jonathan. You've no idea what this creature really is.
What exactly happened here while I was absent?
Hampton turned, quite violently as it happened. Lurking about, attacked Miss Jones. To say he created quite a commotion would be an understatement.
Are you sure it was Hampton that killed Miss Jones?
Oh, there was blood everywhere,
believe that
but
it
no
was
body.
Hampton, though.
And you know the state she was in. I fear for what he did with her. Hopefully he just hid the corpse.
How did the Guard of Priwen come to hear of this?
McCullum has spies everywhere. He will jump at any
True.
opportunity to disparage the Brotherhood and show his contempt.
They did have spies just across the street spying on the fucking, the one downstairs who thinks she's a vampire. What was that screeching sound?
I recently tried to enter a church. It has been a very unpleasant experience.
The Brotherhood's research on the matter of faith and vampirism has proved somewhat insubstantial, to say the least.
It's hard to explain in terms of science, that's for sure.
I'm sure Lady Ashbury will have far greater insight into this matter than little old me.
Is this proof that I'm cursed in the eyes of the divine?
The wrath of the Almighty? There's no way of knowing. It could be subconscious guilt, or irrational fear, or deep-seated beliefs.
Who was that man in your office?
Geoffrey McCullum, actual leader of the Guard of Priwen. I suspect he's the man behind the rebirth of this old and dusty society.
They know I'm here now, don't they?
I can guarantee one thing. The Guard of Priwen would never dare to attack the hospital while I'm in charge here.
Hopefully.
What do they hope to achieve?
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all vampires in the country. They see you as a threat to mankind, Jonathan.
Thank you, Edgar.
Nothing I can take.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Alright, well I guess I'll rest before I head over to the docks then. I still can't believe it is him though. I don't believe. I don't know. Something fishy going on.
I cannot enter.
Something fishy indeed. I know there's one person who has bronchitis in Whitechapel. I don't know about anything else though. $65 damage. 105, 20, 10, 25. 105, 10, 25. Decreased stamina consumption. Increased damage. 104, 15, 20. 105, 10, 25. I need good handle part. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna upgrade this. Add 3 stun points when the weapon hits, or absorb blood points. How much does the 28 stun? So 3 stun isn't really that much. I'm gonna do the absorb blood points. Need 2 more trigger parts. 317. 360. So that does way more damage. I can even increase the damage even more, or decrease the reloading time. I'll do damage. Increase damage. So, wait, it does even more damage in this now. And this has the 2 increased damage mods on it already. Wow. So this shotgun's way better. Way better. So I'm going to change that over to that. A wooden stick reinforced with a metal edge. So it just does damage. I'm gonna switch that up then. For that. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah. they increase my stamina one more time. 3-second control. Your control on your target's blood is now stronger and the time you control is increased. Your target's blood will now burst out of their body, flowing towards your mouth to feed you without touching your prey. Oh, okay, so you absorb blood with that. Should probably increase this actually too. Instantly. You trade the instant health gain for a greater regeneration. I'd rather do that one. I'll carry 3 serums on you. Yeah, I'll do that. Or 4 serums. Big thirst. Prices and stocks of the merchants in this district may have changed. Oh, sweet, Pembroke is sanitized. Wow. Wait, what the fuck do you have? Neuralgia. Jesus Christ. How the You have bronchitis. Like, I just made one for bronchitis, so I can treat that, I can treat that, and I can treat that. I don't know anything about this district yet. And I'm going to this one now, and I'll cure him when I get there. Okay, well, at least Pembroke is sanitized. stamina serum. Neurology, I'm guessing that's that, yeah. I don't know the recipe for that yet though. Oh, now. Convince Xiaoxun to go back to Whitechapel. Where the fuck is she? Oh, she's over there. Why the fuck is she over there? Okay, let me go do that quick. Blackwall Faubourg. Oh, so this is the new district.
I have this thirst for blood.
Yep.
Spotted! Watch out, boys!
Stop shooting at me anytime. Holy fuck, that scared me.
It's locked.
Oh, okay, gotta cross the bridge. Killed all of them. Why is this fucking bitch here? New collectible. Holy symbols and orichalcum. The fuck are you way back here?
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiao Shun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
Tell me how your husband...
Matthew was a...
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
I've seen many deaths in my life, and we all grieve in our own way. Some stay silent, or need to shout. Others need company, and some just can't stand it.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you, since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually, you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
To be honest, I don't know. Please forgive me if I've upset you. We must all honor our departed loved ones in our own way.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
How do you feel?
I'm as well.
Can I ask her anything else?
Goodbye for...
You know you can trust me. Why have you not spoken to me?
Yummy rats.
This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Okay. What's down here? Strange formula. Ooh. What would that be? What was that? Oh, this is a safe house. Ooh. Yes! Nice. Shit, I only have 12. I need 15 ergotamine. Can I, deconstruct anything? If it pops up? Ergotamine, nice. Just so I have enough for, oh, I should just, okay, so I can make one. I can make a nut migraine one. Okay, wait. So he has fatigue. I have a couple of those. He's got fatigue. I can do that. He's got fatigue. So 3 fatigue, 1 bronchitis, and 1 neuralgia. Neuralgia. Yeah. Neuralgia. However the fuck you pronounce it. I'm still curious about who that is. I've never met that person apparently. So 3 fatigue, 1 neuralgia, and 1 bronchitis. Do I have all that? 3 fatigue, 1 bronchitis, 1 neuralgia. Okay. 12 bullets, holy shit.
It's one of them!
Oh shit. I'm too close to him.
Shit, that leech is...
To go this way. Is there a person up here? Yeah. I need to get all the kills I can get.
You'll pay for that! Oh, that's gonna smart! Get a taste of this!
What the?
How am I supposed to interview them?
Protection against malevolence and...
Good evening, Mr.
It's Father Whitaker, my son.
Don't you fear getting...
Faith gives me all I need, my son.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
Hippocratic Oath. Heal 10 citizens. Nice.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burnt those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the righteous.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No. The only way to contain the spread is to strike at the source itself. The proliferating sick.
You're not the savior of London. You're just a glorified sadist.
I take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reed. I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I save each night.
Really?
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
A laughing queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
Wow. Typical fucking Christians, fucking just riddles.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream.
You sent a man to die because of a stupid vision. I have heard enough of your nonsense. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good day, sir.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll...
Okay, here he is. These two both have fatigue.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Come on, take a look.
Cheap price, good
Why
quality.
is this taking so
Come
long
on,
to
take a
load?
look.
You
Don't be
again?
afraid.
There we go.
What do you want this time?
Hey,
Can I
don't
offer
be so
you my
rude,
medical
I'm here to
expertise,
fucking
Mr.
cure you.
Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Huh. Holy.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. And people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak. And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I should never have taken up my father's business. Fancy buying something,
Well,
sir?
too
You never
fucking
lose
bad, you
your
did.
focus, do you? What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Do you need help, sir? I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. you'll feel better.
Really? Free?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Luke.
Okay. Who else do I have left? Got him. Benjamin Palmer and Darius Petrescu. I thought I just healed him. He's fucking sick again. Where... Oh, those are not citizens. Where are these other people then? Oh, they're probably this way, yeah. Ooh, some yummy rats.
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, there he is.
Good evening, Mr. Lucio. How do you feel?
I would not.
Yes, you do. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
I said I don't want anything. But I'll keep this for those who really need it.
Really? You'll take it and you'll fucking like
Goodbye,
it.
Mr. Petrescu.
Whoa. Don't come at me like that. Okay, oh, there he is. I'm here to
Good
fix
evening,
your
Benjamin.
neuralgia.
Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Are you sure about that?
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill.
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
A gun, I'll...
Okay. So I've cured everybody in Whitechapel now. They're all recovering. So... I guess I'll head for the docks. I'll be right back, I just need to go to the bathroom.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, god damn it. Can I get through there? Oh, I guess not. Guess I have to go the long way around. Which is... this way. Yeah. No, you will not. Fuck you.
No rest for the wicked!
Oh, fuck. Let me take care of this guy.
The power of the Lord commands you!
Ooh, a ring. Sell that for some money. I hear chewing noises. Could it be that thing? Oh, that was close. What? Oh fuck, where did he come from? Fecker. Get them. Oh, I can't go through there either. I literally have to go all the way around.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! Remember your bones, friend! Cannot be defeated! Roll back to the hell and spawn Oh, Christ!
Oh, Christ, nothing. What?
Die, vermin!
I've never seen so many people dying at the same time.
It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Fear no evil! We do the Lord's work here!
How did they not?
It's a leech! Priwen shall dwell! God walks with me! Ah, demon!
Uh-oh.
This is no place for you, sir.
Oh goodness. Oh.
It's one of them! Christ! He's dead! Shit, that leech is fast!
Harvest this gaffer's blood. Nothing happened back there.
Crush the leech! We have to stop it!
Oh, I can't open them because I'm in combat. Oops. Okay. Finally in the docks. Sneak up behind this guy.
Leech spotted! What?